Juan, what it do? Shit talking Sunday with the bros. It's good. I got my dog Franchise with me. Franchise, what we got this Sunday?
All right, this Sunday we talking about couples massages and a topic of do you love me? But first we're gonna start with couple massages. So, man, bro, my pops OG, triple OG. You heard me? Me and V had shout out there. We shout out there and just to visit and shit. And we outside on the deck. You heard me chopping it, and we talking about like couples massages and shit. Cause I always be like, I'm a fan of it. You heard me? Or just massages, period. So me and my stepmom would talk about it. Like, man, we be trying to play. I be like, man, get them to send them to their retreat. So Pop's just like, I'm straight off massages. So we was talking about a couple of massages. Pop's like, who? Ain't nobody about to rub on my woman. You heard me? Like, he ain't going. So he like, ain't nobody about to put hands on my woman. You heard me? He like, shit, you know what a couples massage is? When y'all rub on each other in the mirror together as a couple. You heard me?
Wait. Time out. False
hey. False gangster. Hey.
So he said a couples massage is rubbing on each other in the mirror.
As a couple, looking at each other. That's a couples massage. And I mean, technically, I guess he right. Yeah. But so I'm right there to break. I say that to say, what's your thoughts? So what's your thoughts on couple? Mine before you go. Mine personally, I done it with V. V the first person I did the couples massage with, but that massage game been in my repertoire for a minute. Yeah, I'm sending one. Yeah, that was my little go-to. Yeah, I'm about to come here.
If you in a real relationship with a woman, you done send a woman to a massage. Like you ain't even got to be like deep in a relationship with a woman for a massage to be on the table.
Thanks. Now look. Let me ask you this. Like, would you send Lau to get a massage by a man?
Hell no. Not on purpose. Shit. Yeah. When they be asking your preference of a woman, bitch. What you play with me like that?
Look, man? I'm gonna keep it all the way platinum. Be the first person I done like booked the man with. Like booked that bitch. Before that, man, you getting a girl, man. Ain't no but I was like, I just did I don't know.
Look, I'm not. I'm gonna hit a woman just because I'm not about to just click for a man to give her a massage. But I mean, that's not like I done got you a couple massages, huh? I ain't. You ever was a man?
No.
Okay, but I mean, she could go in there and change it. I wouldn't know. I'm not going in there. Now I'm gonna tell you what. She probably know me well enough to know that I'm probably not gonna book a couples massage.
Like, you wouldn't book a couples?
She probably don't want me in there.
Why?
Because I'm gonna cut up, bro. You know me, bro. I'm not about to do right up in them people place and somebody rubbing on me. No.
Your face about to be the fuck down. You about to be into your massage, fall. You can't be. You not even about to be worried about what she got going. I'll be forgetting.
Man, I don't like nobody. I don't like nobody touching me like that.
Hey,
I don't care who you is.
Oh man, bro, this is a professional environment. You hear me? You got due diligence.
Hey,
look, next thing you know,
I'd rather go to the chiropractor.
Look, next thing I know, but I go in that bitch. What type of pressure would you like? You know, I tell them. Bitch, next thing I know, that bitch they wake up, take your time getting dressed, drink plenty of water. Yeah, because I done passed out in that bitch. I'm talking about I done passed out in that bitch. I'm talking
about, yeah. I'm not saying I never do it. I would definitely do it if she wanted to, but I just never. I know that I'm
not plotting on them, Law.
Man, nah, man. She know not not for not like don't do that for my birthday. No, don't no, babe, no, don't. I don't want no massage for my birthday. Now I'll go do one if she want one. Like I'll go do one. I don't have a problem with one. But she probably
So you,
think because I'm ticklish, bro. I'm not gonna get it. I'm being there laughing. I'm in there laughing. I ain't gonna be serious at all, bro. I'm not
hey,
gonna
you
be
kept it
serious.
platinum.
I'll be in there
You kept
cutting
it
jokes.
platinum though. You kept it platinum.
Hey,
It was
I'm gonna be in there jumping around, squirming and shit. Like,
nah.
you know what I'm saying?
Nah. It do. Hey, some of them points do take getting used to, cause like I had to, jump and give
Hey.
myself together sometimes. I ain't been you get some of them women like they get the rubber. You like, what you doing? You know what I mean? Like you a little too, you know what I'm saying? You a little too
Man,
Deshaun
no.
Watson. You know what I mean? Like you be trying to make you go Deshaun in that bit, man. Free Deshaun, man.
Hey, I don't feel, hey, bro, I don't want nobody touching me like that. I don't care who it is. I don't care if Beyonce walking there. I don't want Beyonce touching me, bro. I don't want, like, no, I don't. Man,
But
fuck Rihanna.
damn, man, why you throwing at the forehead, man? Throwing at the reed, man.
Man, nah, man,
Hey,
she sold me out, man. Like, she was that ASAP Rocky nigga, man.
hey, ASAP doing his due diligence. You hear me?
Man, you
Bitch
know how I
popping them bitches
feel.
out.
I mean, hats off to him. I mean,
But
we'll get into that because we got what we got the 2000s coming up, and then the 2010s coming up with the starting five. So we'll get into this soon enough. But
but
I'm not doing. I'm not. Hold on,
but
I'm not doing no.
overall, you can't trust your partner at the spot. Your partner, not like a nigga, but your partner at the spa though. Like that's not a.
Oh yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, hey, I booked her. I booked her probably at least 2, maybe 3 inside something like that. And like I said, I done hit the button for the woman. It ain't nothing for her to go in there and be like, "Oh, I want a man," and I wouldn't know. And if she came out of there and was like, "Oh yeah, I went ahead and got a man," I would be like, "Okay." I mean,
Hey,
like,
I'm gonna keep it platinum. I'm all the way good with it. I'm all the way good with it. I'm good with hitting the button for a man. I know you done went, a man done rubbed on you, but it get the murky water is when I'm not gonna ask you how was it. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to know how I'm just gonna assume it was whatever it was. I don't want because that puts you in a weird spot. Like, bitch, you don't get to
you
saying
up here
good.
talking about how much you enjoyed another man rubbing
Yeah,
on.
don't get to saying good because I don't. So I don't want to know. It's I know it's there, but I don't need to. I don't need a play by play. Like, oh, he did this thing. I'm good. Like, we just move forward from there. You hear me?
Oh, bro, hey. Oh, hey, he said I ain't gonna ask her how it was.
I ain't gonna ask her how it was. That cause man, I did that shit one time. Not an extra how it was. And she kind of like, she doing hezzy, like ain't really going in. So now I'm feeling like, shit, what the nigga did? Like, I can't even put myself through the mental anguish, dog. I'm not gonna even ask how it was. That was your massage.
I don't have a problem. Like I said, I like doing them because I know it's relaxing. I know she like them. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, I wouldn't want to do it. I'm just not a massage person. Like I said, I probably would rather go to the chiropractor and get my back cracked or something, like, you know what I'm saying, be back pop this get some disc realignment before I want somebody just rubbing on me like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, but I mean, I've paid for her to go. I'll probably pay for her to go again, but and that's just her me time. I want to give her me time too.
Yeah.
You gotta have it. You gotta have that. You ain't supposed to do everything together. So
Thanks.
give her me time. It's just like I I know, and I'm gonna say this. When I've been married twice, so in my first marriage, I was with somebody, and this just some free game to the young brothers out there. It's some free game. I've been married twice. In my first marriage, my wife got me gifts often that she wanted to see me have, or that she thought that I should have. It wasn't what I wanted. It was never like really what was part of who I was. Right. So she would buy me clothes that I didn't normally wear and I wouldn't like them. She would buy stuff, and that's just, I'm not saying it as a diss, that's just what it was. One thing about my wife, she buy stuff and she do stuff that hit the nail on the head. That's who I am, like what I'm like. So, you know, she would know to buy if she was gonna take me somewhere. If she knows, she'll probably take me somewhere like a Top Golf or somewhere where she know that I got activities and I could drink and I could, let loose and move around. You know what I'm saying? But at the same, so that's something that and I say that's free game to young brothers, because if you got a woman and she buying you clothes that she know you don't wear, leave her right now. She trying, like, that's a whole different level of trying to change you, brother. Get out of there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know you don't wear no skinny jeans, and she want to see you in some, or she knows she don't wear no mediums. Like, bro, get out of there. I should have seen. See, that's a red. That's a red. You laughing, but I'm so serious right now. You laughing. But I'm so serious right now. Like, that's one of the reasons I knew that my first marriage wasn't gonna work and my second one did, because I could tell by the way that she gave me gifts. Because we men, bro, like, a man not gonna really just, when you be like, man, what do you want? A real man not gonna be like, man, I want, oh, like a real man gonna be like, man, I don't really want that. I'm straight. Anything I want, I'll go get my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so a real woman that love a real man gonna already know, man, I heard he needed this. I heard he needed that. Or I know he'll like this. Or I know he'll like that. Right. So she buy me gifts like that's just little tales of a woman's intentions of, do they really love you? You know what I'm saying? Do they really love who you are? Because if you buying me clothes that I don't normally wear, or I don't like, then you telling me you don't like the way I dress. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? If you got me going places where I'm not comfortable, then you not comfortable with me. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just free game. But like a massage, I have no problem with it. I would definitely pay for it. I'll probably pay for her to go get another one for her birthday. I think the last time I paid for one was for her birthday this past year. So, I know she like them. I know she appreciate them. I remember we went to Legacy and they had a great massage there, but I'm not about to go in there. So I feel pop, but I do feel pops. Hey, I feel pops. Hey, man, shit, we could rub on each other in the mirror. That's free.
That's free and more.
Hey, let's go back to the original statement here. We could rub on each other, rub on each other, mirror, no mirror. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, hell, we grown, man. I could give you the massage. I mean, we know what's gonna come with that. If I give you the massage, then it's full-fledged Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, well, it's straight Deshaun Watson.
Straight Deshaun Watson.
No alternative.
Robert Kraft.
Real Robert Kraft type shit.
Yeah, man, we going in.
All right, man. You brought up a it's kind of a segue to the next.
Yeah, I said, because I said it's a way to tell if your woman really love you. Yeah,
you really love you. And we talked about this. I called you with this because I noticed, like, it's basically from this premise. It's like, and I meant it from a people in our generation. From people in our generation, it's like, I was like, Gutter, you ever notice who don't say they love you back when you tell them you love them? And not from a standpoint of it's a question of if the person love you, because you telling somebody that you love them it's an understanding here, right? Like but
right.
Just from the standpoint of like how many people aren't comfortable expressing that or saying that phrase. And you was like, and what you said.
I mean, let me say this. I know I'm always getting back and forth, but you said from our generation, and I think what I think is people got to realize we were born in the 80s. We in probably one of the most unique generations because we in like that transition from, old school 60s, 70s, 80s to then you get the 90s that kind of warp into the 2000s with technology and social media and all that. But my thing was, I say I love you. I say it a lot. And I say it often. And I realize I say it even more since 2021 when our dog Bailey died. Like after Bailey died, shout out to Bailey,
Shout out to Bailey.
shout out to Bailey, man. I say it more often after Bailey died because I never experienced nothing like that, losing a best friend. Like I said, growing up to this point, I got two people who was my best friends. It was you, it was him, you know what I'm saying? And with him dying, that made me just want me to tell people that I love you more. But I also realized when you brought that up that I could think about like my grandfather, who was probably the person I looked up to more than anybody in this world. He never said I loved you. He never said that to me, but I didn't need him to say that either. So I got me thinking a lot of older people didn't say I love you that much. They didn't say it that often. They probably showed it a lot more than people show it now, but they didn't say it a whole lot. And then when you brought that up, I also think that when I do still tell people to this day, I'll be on the phone with somebody and be like, they be like, all right, I'm like, all right, man, appreciate it, I love you. And they be like, I love you too.
Robot overload. They turn into alpha. They turn into alpha 5 real quick. They turn into alpha 5.
Like I done hit you with some kryptonite because I said I love you, my nigga. Goddamn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right, and I'm talking about my own daddy. like, man, so it's I guess people just not used to. It's so easy for them to say it on social media, but people not really saying it in personal settings, face to face, on the phone. People don't really, people really do not say it that often or that much. They don't really just say I love you that often. And I guess it's just, I don't know, it's just because they waited so much. People got more trust issues nowadays. But I mean, I don't have a problem with it, man.
I think it's the thing of it's just like a comfort, right? Like, cause I was a person like that. Like growing up, I really can't. Like my mama died when I was young, so I was 11, so I can't really remember. Like, but I don't really remember that just being said like that. And on either side, my mom pops like I know what it is. It's not a question,
right?
So I really was, I had that kind of the stigma, for lack of a better phrase. But I'm gonna tell you when it changed when I had Egypt, like that's 2016. But even right before Egypt, when Flock like when it was that Flock like, man, we was fucking around outside. So like shit happened. So niggas was shout out to the Flock. Like it was said like we all tell each other, man, love you, love you, love you. And then that's when I would take that from the Flock shit, and then my people who wasn't Flock, I would say it, and I could watch niggas like not comfortable saying it. But there's no offense, but I just get it. So then, especially when I had when I got a daughter, like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it a point to express this and make you comfortable saying this and make you comfortable, knowing, like, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna feel the love, but I want you to know, like, she'll look at me sometimes, I just say that bit randomly in a day, love you, I ain't down, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I mean,
kids will do that to you. Kids will do that to you because even with Jace, I said it so much and so often with him. And them kids will throw it back. They just saying it because they just repeating what you saying and they learning that that's the response is someone say they love you, you say I love you too. And of course, as you get older, you learn that people say that and a lot of people just be saying it. But as kids, we're saying it as the parent and we really mean it. So it becomes a little bit more comfortable to express that feeling as a parent. So then I think it becomes a little bit more comfortable to express that feeling as a friend, as a partner, as a, You know what I'm saying? As whatever, you
Yeah.
know. I tell my wife, I love you all the time. We say it every morning. You know what I'm saying? We say it all the time when we get off the phone. Tell my kids, both my little girls, that they both two and younger, and they know how to say it. I think it's a household thing, and we did come from households that didn't necessarily say it all the time, but they definitely showed it all the time. So, or most of the time, I ain't gonna say all the time, that ain't even a true real family dynamic, but but they definitely showed it. Like I said, my grandfather was he didn't express himself a lot, especially emotionally, and he didn't say "I love you" a lot. If he said it, it's because someone said it to him, and he ain't just initiated. I think that's a whole nother aspect of it is
Mm.
us as black men initiating the "I love you."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and most black men probably don't say I love you unless someone's saying it to them.
Yeah.
Most black men ain't saying I love you unless it's around some holiday or some shit. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like Christmas or something like that,
Yeah.
at a funeral or at a wedding. You know what I'm
Yeah. A
saying? We
tragic
just
event or a
yeah,
celebration, like
yeah,
man,
we
just
ain't, what I'm
random.
saying, black man,
Yeah.
we just ain't around here just saying I love you, on a random Tuesday, getting off the phone with our boy, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that just goes to show you why you had them viral TikTok challenges where you calling your boy talking about, man, I just called to tell you good night. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's so funny, because that's unorthodox. But why does that have to be unorthodox? Because like you said, and I know why. I know why y'all. I mean, I was there for the Flock Life era. I was an adjacent to it, but
Yeah.
I know why y'all was saying I love you.
Yeah.
You might not see a nigga again. Like, you gotta tell a nigga I love you.
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. We in these streets. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, even me and Bailey had an open relationship where we always told each other we love you. And that's because we knew we on the daily could find ourselves in situations where this might be the last time I talk to this nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? Just from us doing all types of wild stuff, back in the
Yeah.
day. You know, that's why it's just so crazy how stuff played out, with him passing, because, I thought we were beyond all that, and, still life's, and it gets us. But me and him always, he was emotional dude. You knew that firsthand.
Yeah.
So he was a dude that was not afraid. And anybody that knew Brandon Rashad Bailey knew that dude did not have a problem telling you he loved you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a big dude. He was a big black dude that was soft as a teddy bear, and he would cry. You know what I'm saying? He had that song he made to that Rihanna, and he would cry rapping that song. You know what I'm saying? And so it's people like him. It's people like him that told that they told me they love me. Jesse, Jesse, people would probably be surprised. He might get mad at me for saying this. He'll probably cuss me out. He'll come on episode later on, later on down the line and probably cuss me out for this later on. But he says it, you know what I'm saying? And he'll say it. Like, he'll be kicking that real, and he'll say something, and he gonna always leave it. He be like, I love you, bro. Yeah, I know all that shit be going on, but I love you, bro. He like, I just gotta let you know. He big on that. And my sister-in-law passed a couple years ago, and he even more on it now, but he was on that even since I was younger, but
Yeah.
again, he was somebody that was in the streets and understood that, hey, I might not talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit happens. Niggas die every day, B. Like,
Every day,
so
B. Mm.
Hey, so let me tell this man I love him, let him know, and like I showed you the meme, old boy was telling his dad, old boy was like, Dad, I love you, and the dad turned around and was like, gay. So
Yeah.
it's like, but that's how older men looked at it. They ain't expressed
Yeah.
themselves like that,
They ain't express themselves.
and I think that's big. Hopefully in the next couple episodes we could get a little special guest on here, because I know he got some stuff he want to run. But that's big because us not saying I love you and expressing ourselves is just like an equivalent to us hurting, being depressed, and not expressing ourselves. It's all the same thing. Like in learning to express, your emotional path and journey, you gotta say when you good and when you bad. And if you can't say when you good, you ain't gonna say when you bad.
That emotional intelligence a real thing, dude.
Man, like, what?
That's a real thing. That's a real thing. And over the years, I started embracing that shit. Cause niggas will look at mental health. You young black male, just probably male too. You would look at some shit like pussy. You feel what I'm saying? Oh man, I ain't about to tell a motherfucker about my problem. Like, nigga, what? Boy, you better
nigga gonna think I'm soft.
Nigga gonna think boy, fuck what a nigga think. Nigga, you better take care of your mental. Nigga.
Hey,
like Marshawn Lynch say,
take care of your chicken. Take care of your mental and your chicken.
Take care of your mental and your chicken, nigga. For real. Like, that shit real. Like, man. And like, I think,
but you know where that come from is if you a black man in America, right? You didn't came here, and the first thing we had to endure was slavery. So during slavery, you be ignorant to think that these slaves was just always going along with what was going on. No, man, they wanted to fight back. Every day, probably a lot of them wanted to fight back, but they couldn't show that emotion. That would get them killed. That would get they woman killed, their kids whipped and sold off and all that. So they had to hold that emotion in. When we went through Jim Crow and black codes and all that, we had to hold emotion because a black man showing emotion was just gonna be a black man tagged as aggressive and violent and hostile. So you go through segregation and civil rights. And so, man, all we doing is trying to break down the walls that our previous existence has put up for us. Like, as black men, we don't show emotion because we have been systematically taught to hold on to it for protection. Like, because I really just go off and show my emotion and how I really feel in this world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gonna look at me like I'm crazy. They gonna look at me like I'm a threat. You know what I'm saying? So I just think we have to ease our way out of it. I mean, that ain't nothing we could just blow through the hole, blow through the wall. Like the Kool-Aid man, bust through the wall, just wow, like that. I don't know, bro. Like that shit crazy because we need to say it more. But we also, I think it's a flip side. I know we talking about don't say I love you, but I think that also it opens us up to a bigger conversation we probably need to have later on about, being honest about our own mental stability in general and our mental, well-being and, just who we are, mentally, like, man, I might look okay, but damn it, I really ain't okay. Yeah. Like, and we need to talk about what we hate. I mean, because the world is about balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to talk about what I love, but I also need to be out here expressing, hey, man, this pissing me off. I don't like this. I don't like this person. I don't like woo, 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 woo. You got to get that off your chest. Like, holding all this stuff in takes years off your life.
Right.
Drop my mic.
Right. And just like that, we out of here. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. The Bros 22504 on YouTube. You know where to find us. Shit Talking Sunday. It's franchise. It's gutter.
Hey, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Beauty is only skin deep, but ugly is to the bone.
And we out, Jeremy.